Today we are testing this Volvo XC40. First we are testing this mild hybrid. This is really nice. The feel is really good. It's firm, and of course it has the normal or the usual Volvo logo here. So it's mild hybrid. It's not the usual hybrid, but we could say that this saves up on petrol. This is really good. It has this automatic features about almost anything that you can think of. It drives itself through autonomous driving. It has it's Volvo. It's so safe in terms of the blind spot assist, in terms of the guide. It would tell you, let's say if you're in an enclosed area, if you're too close. I'll give an example. I'll move on my indicator to the left, and I'll move to this side and press on the brake, and it shows me the 360-degree view. In reverse, it's almost the same, but you could also change, let's say, the camera. Okay, let's change the camera, the view to this one, to this side, or let's say I'll press it again. Okay, I'll press it again. I'll move it back to 360. If I'm moving my steering wheel, it tells me the direction of my wheel as well, and how far it will go. So this side, and you can see the back side as well. Okay, I'll show it to you, and then I'll move it back here, and it gives me a warning to the left as well. Okay, which is really cool. Okay, I'll put it on park. I'll press on this one, P. But since it is on a plane or a flat surface, I will be pulling this just to give you the brake there. Now let's look at the screen itself. It has this nice clear screen. Okay, Google, I want to go to Mount Eden.
Mount Eden is 12 minutes from your location by car in moderate traffic.
And it gives you the direction to Mount Eden. You click on start. Okay, that's it. Press on this one. This will be your toggle button, I mean, and this will be your sound system. Okay, it could direct you to your radio. Okay, I'll go back to that one. I'll move on to, let's say, Bluetooth or anything that you are inclined to. It shows you the quality of air. Okay, it has a Google system, the car status. Let's click on the car status. Okay, it shows you the tire pressure. They're all good at this time. Okay, and then all the buttons are here. Okay, all the buttons are here, and it has Type C. Type C chargers here. It has this, of course, and it has, okay, the wireless charging over there. Okay, and it shows you there as well. Okay, of course we have the keys. The keys, it's so clear. All right, so plain and simple with a Volvo sign. The lock, the unlock, the opening of the boot. Okay, for emergency, it's there. Okay, the cup holders here, which are adjustable, as you can see, adjustable. All right, and then we have the of course the handbrake, the auto traction, and it has like your rubbish bin here. Okay, if you open this, right, let's say we have this enough space. What if your rubbish bin is already full? Put your finger here and then pull it out. You're done. Okay, I'll put it back. Okay, then back here, we could see here on the driver's side, this is what you could see. On this side we have a big water bottle place. This will be your ordinary controls, the unlock and the lock. We have the mirrors, side mirrors I mean. We have the buttons for the windows, of course, and the lock button for the window as well. Take note, we have here the memory seats, and of course this is the sound system is Harman and Kardon. Okay, it has this one, which is of course similar with all the Volvos and the Polestar. Okay, and on that side, the passenger side, it has this And if you open this has enough space for your whatever. Okay, now on that side you could see big enough space for your bottle and other things, let's say a small bag or whatnot. Okay, it has a flash handle over there. Small space for your small item, let's say your phone, you could put it there. Okay, now if you look at the gears, similar with the Polestar. Now as you can see, it has this handle over here, and it is same for all the window sides. If you look at this one, we have the lights. Okay, and I'll press it off again. Okay, now look at this one. Okay, if I press the middle, it will open partially like that. Okay, if I press it back, it's like that. If, as you could see, the cover is open, okay, there's no cover rather, I'll press it like this and it will open the sunroof. Okay, it has this protective shield over here. Okay, of course, and then let's say I want to close it, just drag it down and it's closing right now. And let's say I want to close the blinds. By the way, the blinds would close automatically if, let's say, it's too warm, even if you haven't pressed anything there. So that's in terms of safety for the passenger or the driver as well. If I go beyond the speed limit, okay, as you can see here, it would blink. Okay, the 30 sign earlier was blinking, so it's back to 50. Let's say I go 55 or 60, it blinks like that, so I have to slow down. Right, something that is very helpful for the driver. Since I have the keys with me, which is inside my pocket, okay, so I'll put it back. I could open this, okay, which is a little farther than the normal, okay. So it has lights over there, which is really cool. You could take this off just in case you need to have more space. It could be folded like this to separate your luggages or your items. It has this things for your plastic bags or your bags rather if you go shopping. Of course, you have all of these things, and if you open this, okay, this is where your spare tire is. Okay, your jack, your other tools are there. Okay, I'll close it back here. Of course, this is for your okay, so you can see, but if ever you have a long item that you have to put, you just have to toggle it there. We have this as well. Okay, good enough. This is about 483 liters. You could either do it this way, or you could press that one as well. Okay, I'll open this back portion here, the sides. Alright, now inside it has a very good leg room, very spacious. Okay, very spacious. It has this net here. We have the vents, and of course we have heated seats for the passengers, and of course we also have Type-C charging ports over there. Okay, good space for your items here, but I think it's not enough for a water bottle, probably a small one. Okay, and if, let's say, since we don't have a space, a good enough space for your water bottle here, you could pull this down and you have this, which is also adjustable, which is good.
Heated seats for the passenger. heated seats for the driver and heated steering wheel. So I'm gonna put the pilot assist on. I press this. I take my foot off the accelerator, but when I pressed, it was only doing 74 kilometers per hour. So I'm gonna increase that here on the plus symbol. I'm increasing it and it's going 80. Oh, it's gone orange. So it wants me to hold the steering wheel. Now it's gone back normal. So I'm just increasing my speed to 100. Okay. And the car is driving itself. And sometimes it's just telling me hold the steering wheel when the lines are not very bright. So it's going to slow down as I get close to the car. And here is where I set the distance from the car in front of me. There's little switches here. So when the symbol turns orange, it's saying give a little apply steering and then you can let go. If it goes red, sometimes in the exit or entry, if the lines disappear or if this road works, it will tell you to take over. So this is really good when you are in traffic and it's stop start and you just relax, takes the demand from driving. Yeah.
This is similar with the mild hybrid.
Exactly the same layout. It won't, virtually there's no differences. The only difference you will notice is there's no start button. So the way to start up the car is you open the door to switch it off, and then when you're ready to go, press the brakes, put it in gear, and then off you go. So it's like a really fast driving. If I forget to put the car in gear because I can't hear the engine, if I have it on one pedal drive, watch here, I open the door, car goes into park, engages the handbrake, and switches off the vehicle. So that's a safety feature as well.
Wow.
Stopping the vehicle. So if you close up to my foot, I can remove my foot off the brake, of the accelerator, and the vehicle's stopping. So that is called one pedal drive, right? So if I want to slow down, I just remove my foot off the accelerator. If I want to do it smoother, then instead of deaccelerating completely, I just softly deaccelerate. So as you can see, I am accelerating technically, but just a tiny bit, so the car is slowing down smoothly.
How does it affect the brake pads and stuff?
Well, it affects it bigly, right? So if you don't like it, you can just remove it, and now we're over one pedal drive, and then the car is gliding. I remove my foot of the accelerator, and it's just driving like a normal vehicle. So it is very easy. Now I'm applying the friction brakes, right?
Yeah.
So if I'm not driving in one pedal drive, the friction brakes operate, right?
Yes.
So friction brakes will cost you money, will cost you brake pads, will cost you discs over a few years of usage, while the kinetic regeneration of one pedal sends battery back to the battery packs. So every time we deaccelerate, it is recycling that kinetic energy to recharge the battery while you drive, and is saving the brakes and pads as well. Such more efficient way of driving the vehicle.
I see. It's like you're recharging every time you do the one pedal.
Correct. Yep. So every time I do this, can you see here it says charge? So power means we're taking that power, and also you see it's actually pretty powerful.
Oh, it's so fast. Yeah.
So you see all this one is just one pedal regeneration. I put a little bit of brake with the brakes there. If you need to use them, they're always cold and ready to go. But in here you see I don't need to apply the brakes at all. I'm deaccelerating and it's charging as we go. Because it's an EV, is designed to be more economical. It doesn't have an eco mode as per se, or a sport mode. Instead what they've developed is a power on demand system. So if you press the accelerator softly, it just takes very little power. If you press it a little bit harder, it will take more power.
This time.
This is an based on how we've been driving, the car thinks you can
Ah.
do this number around
I see.
with 73% of battery, right?
Yeah.
Thermometer, you see that it has a high end there, so the 300 mark, but also 170 mark. So that
Okay.
means if you're driving it like really crazy with 70%, you can go as little as 170 kilometers.
I see.
Um,
There's this range optimizer. What's that for?
we already have it on, so the range optimizer basically is the air conditioning diminishing power. So when you it just limits the climate control functionalities, and it just makes it a little bit more efficient to give you a better range. So when we're in an EV mode, we want to understand what's happening with our battery range, right? So for instance, if I want to go to Hamilton today and I have 73%, can I make it? How do I know? Well, it's very easy, because the system operates with Google. We can say, okay, Google, navigate to Hamilton. It's gonna tell us how much battery we're gonna have when we arrive, and if we can make the round trip or not. So it's telling me that I have -6% in return.
Yeah.
So for instance, let's say we were going to somewhere a little bit further away than that. Let's say we were going to Taupo. It is telling me that I'm not gonna make it.
Yeah.
If I had 20% more, which you could, we could make it with one single charge.
Yeah.
But let's say in this instance we cannot make it today. So instead we just go add charging station. The vehicle has already done all that research based on the Google data, and then now we can just
And it tells you how long you should charge.
exactly. So it's actually telling us where to go, what's the detours gonna be like, how long it's gonna take, and then we can just plan the trip that way, and it's telling us how long it's gonna be, including the charging time.
Awesome.
Just